set ourselves up for damage. In other words, we act kind of like this.
Hey, how's it going? Sir, are you okay? What? Oh, this? It's probably nothing. I'm sure it'll go away.
Go away? But sir, that can't be good.
No, it's cool, really. Do you want a napkin or something? Everything's fine? Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this. So why ignore the signs of a stroke? At the first warning signs, call 911 immediately. Because time lost is brain lost.
Don't ignore signs that a major problem is happening. That is true physically with things like a stroke, and that is true spiritually and emotionally with things with disappointment. When disappointment's arrow pierces your heart and you feel that stinging pain, you cannot just ignore it and stifle it and push it down and move on. You have got to give voice to it. You must express the way you feel to God and others. Now seriously, you know what I think we are as Americans? We're great at griping and terrible at lamenting. But we know how to gripe. I don't like that. That's not the way that should be done. Gripe, gripe, gripe. Which, by the way, the Bible labels as sin. Sorry for the old-fashioned word. We're good at griping about things we don't like and peeve us. But we are so bad at lamenting and expressing the fact in vulnerability that we hurt because something we so desperately dreamed of and wanted isn't happening. It's slipping away or is utterly shattered. And you may wonder, seriously, does the Bible sanction such behavior? Should we just trust God and carry on? There's this book in the Bible, and it's called Lamentations. It's 5 poems. Each chapter is a poem. And each poem is a lament. It is a person crying out to God and others about the pain they feel over severe disappointment in life. And those poems are intended by God to teach us to lament and how to express ourselves. And that it's legitimate to express how we feel. How many psalms are psalms of lament? Here's one. How about Psalm 22? Psalm 22 says this. My God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me? So far from my words of my groaning. My God, I cry out day by day, but you do not answer. By night, and I find no rest. In you our ancestors put their trust. They trusted and you delivered them. They cried to you and were saved. In you they trusted and were not disappointed. But I am a worm, not even a human being. I am scorned by everyone, despised by people. All who see me mock me. They hurl insults at me, shaking their head. They say, he trusts in God. Let him save himself. This is the psalmist lamenting, expressing the pain that he felt over an incredibly disappointing aspect of life. Do you know why I picked that psalm? Because it's called a messianic psalm. It's also, in addition to being poetry, it's prophecy. Who said, my God, why have you forsaken me? Who said that? Of whom would have said, he saved others, let him see if he can save himself. Of whom was that said? Here's a prophetic psalm about Jesus himself teaching us that lament is not only sanctioned, it's necessary. And you know, perhaps what that means is that the most valuable service we could bring to anybody who's gone through severe disappointment in life is a listening ear that just lets them get it out and then says, that must be horrible. I'm so sorry. What can I do? How can I? Look, we've been, will be disappointed. That's life in a busted up world. And we need to know how to lament when that happens. To people whose ears listen. His response is grace. Lament. If we want to deal with the disappointment, we also have to do this. We have to die to our dreams without giving up on them. What I mean by that is this: what we have to do is we have to surrender the responsibility for achieving our dreams. Not surrendering the responsibility for pursuing our dreams, but responsibility for achieving them. If you'll follow me on this, this might just set some of you free. When it comes to people and dreams, people and righteous dreams, we all tend to fall into one of three categories. A little bit of a generalization, but it holds true. First, when it comes to righteous dreams in our lives, some of us are drifters. In other words, we don't really have any dreams for our lives. We have no picture of what our life could be and the influence our life could have and what we could achieve under God's direction and help. And without having any really dreams of life, we are subject to circumstance and the will of others, and we just drift through life wherever circumstance or other people move us. Life happens to us. We don't happen to life. Some are drifters. Some are stressors. Stressor has a dream. Stressor has a righteous dream. Righteous dreams. And they're good. And the stressor will work like crazy to try to make those dreams happen. But the stressor believes two things that are important to understand and evaluate. The first thing that the stressor believes is that if that dream is going to be achieved, it is up to him or up to her. And if he will work hard enough, and she will pray hard enough, and he will be smart enough, then that dream can happen. I just have to work hard. I just have to pray hard. I just have to be smart. Because it's within me to make sure that dream can be realized. That's the belief. I can make that happen if I'll work hard and work smart. Guaranteed. I just got to do a good job. Last night, there was the induction ceremony for the 2010 Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. 7 men inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And I was able to listen to a couple of the speeches later last night. One of them by Floyd Little, you got to find and listen to. It was awesome. And I'm listening to the final speech by another inductee, and I was shaken by what he said. He said, when I was young, I had this dream, and this dream is that I someday I would be the all-time rushing leader in the NFL, and I would be on a team that would win the Super Bowl, and I'd be the MVP. And what I did with my dreams is I wrote them down on a piece of paper, because a dream is a dream until you write it down and then it becomes a goal. And if I just work hard on my goal by working on it, I achieve my dreams. And if we'll just work hard at achieving our dreams, it will all come true.